Shanghai's jazz scene is legendary. It can be traced back to the 1920s.
The jazz scene is alive and kicking in Shanghai, and the Cotton Club here is one great place to see it.
The Cotton Club in the French concession area has been a Shanghai nightlife institution since the 90s and continues Shanghai's jazz and blues history.
Obviously back in the 20s and 30s there was something of a scene going on here, and people are aware of that history. And I think among the locals, they came originally because of the curiosity of that, and then I think they keep coming back because they actually enjoy it and are very interested.
Guitarist Greg Smith from Utah has been here from nearly the beginning.
And I had a friend that I'd done music with back in the States, Matt Harding, and he was out here kind of tooling around and just kind of checking out the scene, and actually ended up starting the Cotton Club with our partner, Tony Huang. And I came out just to play for a couple of months. He called me up and said, come out and jam and see how it goes. So I planned to come, but I didn't plan to stay. And 2 months became 4, and then 6, and then he left, and so I ended up staying here, and kind of been addicted to the city ever since, and I love it.
Greg is part of the house band that plays here 6 nights a week, often inviting traveling acts to come on over to play, like Wynton Marsalis.
I'll get wind of somebody who's coming through, and we'll book them for a night or two, and either they'll play with us or sometimes they'll bring their own bands. We've had Bella Fleck out a couple of times, and Niels Lundgren, and when Marsalis was here with the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra once, and Fung, our trumpet player, and I corralled him one night after the show and said, you got to come and jam with us. And we didn't know if he would, but about midnight he came in and had a trumpet under his arm, and ended up playing the whole night with us, so it was great.
The crowd that comes into this small, dark club is a mix of young and old, from near and far.
About 50% local and 50% expat, and then we'll have obviously some Americans in and from Europe, and then a lot of the Shanghainese come in as well too. So it's a very eclectic mix of people, pretty much on any given night.
Vocalist Sugar Mama is another permanent member of the band at Cotton Club. From St. Louis, she went to Singapore and Taiwan to perform.
Then to Beijing, and I spent 6 years there in Beijing. And then I was invited to come here to perform at a club, and I did, and so the rest is history. I've been here 4 years.
Does she feel she's sharing with the audience some of the rich spirit of St. Louis jazz and blues?
Of course, yeah, everywhere I go. Yeah, home is always with me. But this is home now, so.
The Cotton Club features a variety of jazz, R&B, and blues. Some of her repertoire?
Aretha Franklin, Ella Fitzgerald, Nina Simone on the jazz side, James Brown, I Feel Good, different, just a variety, you can't find someone that likes the same thing, so you have to sort of mix it up a little bit to please more than one customer.
What does she think of her bandmates?
Well, they're a bunch of great guys, from all over. Music unites people, bring it together, and we have fun. Greg is from Utah, and the drummer is from Italy, and the bass is from the Philippines, and the violinist is from here. It's a Shanghainese.
Why does Sugar Mama love performing here in Shanghai?
Back home it's a lot of talent, so much until they really don't appreciate it. Here, they appreciate it a little bit more. They seem to enjoy it. They keep me here, working, so they enjoy it.
I think it's just everybody loves such a cozy, small bar.
Mr. Shen Di built the Cotton Club in 1991. He attributes the popularity of the club to the musicians and the location in the consulate area.
A lot of diplomat and expat community around. This is a perfect corner for people after their work, and they come here, enjoy the music, and then relax and get some feeling of home. And the songs and the people almost no change. So why attract so many people come after 10 years? I think just because something, the soul of this music, really, they play the same song almost every night for such a long time, but still here. So I said it's very simple, just the music and relax for local people and the people traveling here.
When they say Shanghai has a hot nightclub scene, they mean it. And one of the hottest clubs at the moment is called M2. M2 is located on the popular Nanjing Road West, up on the 5th floor inside a high-end shopping center. Different from clubs in the States, there is no doorman to get through, and most nights there is no cover charge. Reserving a table is recommended.
Our customer here is local based, and also we're also having a corporate client, tourists, European traveler.
Thomas Young is the managing director here at M2. He and partners from Los Angeles opened M2 in 2007, following the success of their other Shanghai dance club, Muse.
And also we bring on over one very famous movie star, Karina Lo, to become our partner. So 3 years ago, we get together and forming Muse. Right now we have 3 clubs in Shanghai, Muse, M2, and also Park 97.
We're at M2 on a Saturday night. Peak time here is weekends after midnight, when the 3-level venue could be filled to capacity, 1,500 people.
The uniqueness of M2 success, which is we're having our multicultural. We're having very comfortable sitting area for the people they need for business conversation. And we also having our bar, the right size of the dance floor, people, they can bring their girlfriend, they can meet people. So we have those kind of East and West culture together.
To keep the club goer happy, the management makes sure the club is heavy on security and service staff. For example, people at each sofa table have one server assigned to them, just for them. But the entertainment at a nightclub also has to be good.
We're providing a high quality of service with music. We're having like different kind of music direction. We're also having like electro music and also hip hop night. A lot of party going on. We time to time bring international DJ from worldwide, and also we're having our house resident DJ.
We heard the chart-topping dance tracks you hear at clubs around the world, but here the songs are embellished by a live performance. There are the M2 dancers. And there's audience participation. Shanghai is a city where at night you can really loosen up and have a good time. Many come to M2 for the sitting and sipping and people watching, especially in a hip, cosmopolitan city like Shanghai.
We're having a very good international bar. Our bartender is well trained to doing different kind of cocktail. We have a selection of drink list, which is including the worldwide wine, pistachio champagne, and also different kind of liquor and spirit.
One novelty option is a tub of ice holding alcohol-filled syringes. Shoot a syringe into a drink or directly in the mouth. If crowds aren't your scene, come on a weekday or before 10 p.m. on weekends. M2 opens at 8, but closing time, that is determined by when the last patron leaves, often about the time the sun comes up. That's it for our series. I'm Vicki Liviakis. Thanks for joining us as we explore Shanghai 2010.